We could spend literally hours talking about how you built and started and where it's come from and where it's going to. So just, if you can, give us the brief story background, because not everybody knows how you came up with the idea for Rubios.
Okay, well, I grew up in LA, and in 1973 I came down to San Diego to go to San Diego State. I was the oldest of 5 kids, and my dad would bring me down here on business trips, so I drive by.
What did he do?
Well, my dad was in the plastics business, but he was an entrepreneur. He actually was a seafood importer way back when I was in high school. And so on our way to San Felipe, we drive by San Diego. It was always beautiful and sunny and these great beaches. I wanted to go to San Diego State. And so I applied, got in, and as a freshman, my friends in the dorm said, hey, you got to go down to San Felipe, and we're going to eat fish tacos. I'd never heard of a fish taco. I took a bite on my first trip, fell in love with fish tacos. We'd go back year after year. I worked at the old spaghetti factory, bussing tables, waiting tables, and the Hungry Hunter right down the street in Mission Valley. So I had some restaurant experience. I graduated in 1978, had this dream to open a restaurant serving fish tacos, and in 1982, my dad said, let's partner up and do it. He was my financial partner. I was the operating guy. And it was really a family business. My mom and my brothers and sisters were involved. And so we developed our own fish taco based on my experiences down there, added some chicken burritos and quesadillas, and we opened Rubios in January 25th, 1983. We just celebrated our 30-year anniversary. So
wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Was there a lot of competition at the time? Because now there's almost a mom and pop sort of burrito place on every corner in town. What was it like when you guys opened 30 years ago?
Yeah, it was nothing like it is now. I mean, you know, El Indio down there on India Street was the place. I mean, they still have a great business, but Roberto's was around, and then you had Taco Bell, but you didn't have a lot in the middle. You know, I wanted to do something that was better than just typical fast food. I wanted, you know, fresh product, quality product, certainly featuring fish tacos, and just a higher level of service than you would normally get in a fast food place, and that became Rubios. And now there's a whole new segment in the business defined as fast casual, something between typical fast food and casual dining, a much higher level of fast food.
When you guys first started, and you opened your first one, did you think, I'm going to grow this out? Or was it just
No, that's a
one?
good question. Well, the vision was always to have more than one, because I mentioned that I worked for Spaghetti Factory and Hungry Hunter. Those were successful chains of restaurants. So I figured if I could make a prototype work, then I could scale it. I could have, you know, 10, 100, 1,000. And so that was always the vision. I didn't want to just have one restaurant. That wasn't my thing. And so
how long did it take to go from 1 to 2?
It took 3 years.
To go from 1 to 2?
Oh, and it was hard. You know, a lot of people think overnight success, but it was not at all. I mean, there were days there early on where we were so slow, I didn't think we were going to make it. But actually I have a chart in my office where I graph the sales month by month for the first 24 months. And the line starts here and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. So every month, every successive month was better than the last. And I saw that we had repeat business. Even early on, we were only doing like $150 a day in sales, which is nothing. There were people that were coming in 3 or 4 times a week, because like you said, Amber, it's addictive.
I'm telling
you. Right.
It's addictive.
Yeah, so that was encouraging and kept us going.
So wait, so where was the first Rubios?
Mission Bay Drive. It's still there, right near the car dealerships.
What about the second one?
San Diego State.
Okay, so from 1 to 2 took 3 years. How about 2 to 3?
You mean, and then from 2 to 3, I think the next year we opened number 3 back in PB, because the first restaurant got so busy, we opened up our 3rd location to take the overflow down on Grand Avenue in Bayard.
Okay, so and then how many are there now?
Well, there's 195 now, and we're in 5 states.
I was just going to ask, because I lived in Colorado for a while, and Rubios is there.
Yeah, we're in Denver.
Yeah, that's right. How do you guys do outside? Because I know here in San Diego, there's kind of a pride thing, like, wow, yeah, the founder's here, this is where he came from. How does it do outside of
Not
California?
as well as San Diego. That's one of the things that's been a challenge for us, is marketing the brand outside of California and Arizona. As you get further away from your core market, and it's not uncommon for brands to not achieve the sales levels, but we are doing a lot of things. Actually, we're working with a new design package, a new decor. I don't know if you noticed, but like at Delmar Highlands, Scott, where you go, we went to China. We're in silverware, away from paper.
Right.
So trying to improve, elevate the guest experience, you know, to have an ambiance and environment that matches the quality of the food. And so those are things that we're working on. New color palette, new furniture, that sort of thing. We're working on that right now.
Did you thought as a kid coming out of San Diego State, I'm going to open a fish taco place, but the goal is to have more than one.
Right.
Did you ever expect it to be 195 and then go public and then be brought back private? And frankly, okay, without embarrassing you, you've gotten to be rich. And I don't know your person, I don't have your checkbook, but I mean, but no, we perceive that anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, did you ever think that this was going to happen to you over a fish taco stand?
You know, I'm kind of a, you know, keep my head down guy and stay focused. So I wasn't thinking about the future all that much. I figured things would unfold as they were meant to unfold, and so I just kind of take it a day at a time. And no, I could not imagine being public. That wasn't part of my vocabulary back then when we were starting Rubios, to be honest with you. But it's been a great experience. I've learned a lot along the way, and it's just been a lot of fun. And the journey continues. I mean, there's a lot of exciting things yet to happen.
Well, Ralph, I'm telling you, we could spend hours just digging into every last detail.
Well, I'll come back.
Well, we'd love to have you.
I should bring some food.
Next time, bring some food. I was like, where's the food?
No,
that would be
fantastic.
Ralph Rubio, I'm telling you, what a great success story. And I kind of feel like, Ralph, there's always that moment of, if he can do it, I can do it. You know, I mean,
that's true.
In anything in life, right? And what a great story from one place to almost 200 and expansion all over the United States. Ralph, what a pleasure. Thank you so much.